I have no idea who's even eating lettuce anymore. I feel like at this point you need to have like a death wish to eat lettuce. You can't be a normal person who loves your life, loves your job, loves your family, loves, your current situation, and then go to the grocery store and decide, I want to try lettuce today. Let me gamble my life on a Caesar salad. Let me gamble my life on a lettuce wrap. I've been very healthy. Nothing's really been going on. Nothing weird. Let's put that to the test. Let's risk throwing that all away. It's time to get lettuce. It's time to get lettuce. We gotta get it. There used to be a time where the worst thing that you could get from lettuce was E. coli, which is already bad enough because E. coli comes from a guy who touches his bunghole and then smears it all over the lettuce, which is disgusting. So beyond the disease, right, but beyond the idea of getting sick, the mere unsanitary implication is already off-putting as it is. But that was like the worst thing. The worst thing was E. coli. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've been lucky so far. I've never gotten E. coli. Yeah, I don't even know what E. coli does, to be honest with you. I know you can get it from eggs also. I never had it from eggs. I never had it from lettuce. I never had it. I'm lucky, I suppose. I count my blessings daily. Every day I count my blessings. Thank God I don't have E. coli. I don't want to know what it's like. But now you read the news and it's lettuce causes explosive diarrhea. And it's a little bit less ambiguous now, is it? It's kind of a little bit more on the nose what's happening when you eat this vegetable. There was a time where vegetables were said to be good for you. They were said, you need to eat your greens, your leafy greens, eat your green vegetables, eat your red vegetables, like red onions, tomatoes. And there's a lot of varieties of tomatoes. You got the regular ones, cherry tomatoes. I have a bit of a grudge towards the big tomatoes, beefsteak. Believe it or not, they don't even taste like beef. Honestly, it tastes like chicken. Tomatoes are vegetables, right? And they said, you have to eat your greens, eat your reds, eat your yellows, whatever, bananas, whatever. And now they're saying the lettuce can kill you. You can die from shitting yourself to death. It's not even a good way to go out. It's not even like an exciting way to depart the living realm from food poisoning. There's like ways where your guts explode or you turn green or, you get like pimples on your body, something like something exciting, something that's like kind of more dignifying than you die in a pile of your own liquid shit. It's not a way you want to be remembered in your final days. And then you read more news about this whole lettuce situation. You hear that the people that are picking the lettuce are slaves, question mark, are in slave-like conditions. They're getting paid like $2 an hour and they're being forced to work like 15 hours a day in the lettuce fields. I mean, honestly, that's probably, people are wondering where the E. coli is coming from. I think a 15-hour shift in a field will kind of do that to you, won't it? If you have to work in a lettuce field for 15 hours a day, I mean, now I kind of empathize. I'm not happy with it, but I kind of empathize now the idea of a dude giving me E. coli in my lettuce, which I have not have, thank God. But you keep hearing all this news about lettuce. One day it was E. coli, the next day it's explosive diarrhea. You think they would have sorted that out by now. You think like it would have gotten better and not worse. And it just seems to keep getting worse, doesn't it? It's got E. coli, it's got explosive diarrhea. There's slaves involved. It's not good, I don't want that. If you want to die from a disease of any kind, you want to go out in a bang, Like there's this fungus that infects ants and it controls their brain and they become like zombies. You're like, the show The Last of Us? You become like a zombie and you start going around, oh. And then you bite people and then your brain explodes and then you go out that way. Again, it's not a good way. I mean, maybe it's worse because you're spreading it to other people, but it's, you're on your feet, you're walking around, you're in a mind-controlled trance, but at least you're not in a puddle of your own liquid shit, But I think ultimately this is just going to be a lesson. Why haven't people just made the switch to cabbage? Because I know the texture is different, the flavor is different. But if you squint your eyes, cabbage and lettuce are going to be exactly the same. They look the same. They're very close. They're like in the same group, aren't they? Cabbage and lettuce are like cousins, right? You should be able to just substitute it. And you don't hear about people having the shits from cabbage. Like, no one's like, oh, yeah, I can't eat cabbage. Why? Oh, my cousin, he woke up in a pile of his own liquid shit, or he got E. coli. Slaves are picking the cabbage. I mean, maybe they are. They probably are. But you don't hear it in the news, cabbage causes problems. It's always lettuce. It's always romaine lettuce, too. It's not even, maybe the iceberg, but they always say that the romaine lettuce has all the problems. And I don't know why you would do that to yourself. I don't know. And I like lettuce. I'm a lettuce fan. I like eating lettuce. I've had lettuce. I've had a lettuce in my day, I tell you what. But, I'll tell you, I'm never going to eat lettuce for the next probably year. For the next year. Just because. And probably a lot of you shouldn't either. A lot of you should make the switch. Eat lettuce's cousin, cabbage. Just make the switch. Don't risk your life on that salad. Don't risk your life on a salad. That's not worth it. There's a lot more things you should be risking your life on. Bungee jumping. Bungee jumping. Skydiving. Trying that fish from Japan that is like, what is it? Trying that puffer fish from Japan that might blow up your organs and kill you. But they say it tastes really good, but I still wouldn't eat it. But it's probably a better way to go than diarrhea lettuce. There's a lot of things that you can go out in a way that are more understandable than writing in a letter. And imagine putting that, how do you put that on the obituary? How do you put that how do you put that on a gravestone? Here lies John Miller. He passed with a pair of pants full of liquid shit. Smelled terrible, even worse than most dead people smell. And it was from lettuce. He died from lettuce. His favorite meal, a chicken Caesar salad. Rest in peace. It's, it couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. But I don't know, maybe I'm just the faint of heart. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the people that are eating lettuce and dying from the lettuce, getting sick from it, that's how you know somebody's brave. That's how you know you've encountered a brave soul, a warrior with a lion's heart. They look at the lettuce and they say, another one, another dive into the breach, dear friends, like a Shakespearean play. And they take the bite out of the lettuce and then their pants start turning brown. What's like a Shakespearean first name? Felix. Felix, are you feeling all right? No, don't touch the lettuce. Don't touch the lettuce. No. And like all Shakespearean plays, he goes out in a brown bang, he grabs his pants. But you got to be brave. You need to be a brave person to go out and say, I'm buying lettuce. This is the one moment in history where, whether Americans realize it or not, they're being all collectively the bravest they've ever been. Braver than the American Revolution. Braver than fighting the War of 1812 against the British. Braver than World War II. You're eating the lettuce. It's a group effort. The whole country is teamed up. The whole country has their arms locked, marching in unison towards the grocery store saying, give us our lettuce. Give us our lettuce now. They're like, you might get diarrhea. Don't do it. We don't care. Chicken Caesar salad. And that takes guts. It takes a lot of guts to do something like that. And maybe that's just what it is. Maybe I'm just a coward. I just don't have that dog in me. I don't have that diarrhea dog in me. That's a weird saying. I shouldn't say that. But it's true. I just don't. And maybe we can learn something from these specimens, these intriguing individuals that cannot put down the lettuce for even a single few months, a single year, because they need that lettuce. They need it. With all there's like 100 vegetables too, isn't there? There's all the vegetables you can pick from, but they're like, I need that lettuce. They're committed. If you want a person that's committed, a person that does not back down from a fight, a person that does not know when to quit, someone that looks the odds in the face and says, I am willing to gamble. I am willing to throw down the cards and risk it all. Risk it all for the payoff, for the big win. You want someone that eats lettuce. And it has to be. That has to be what it is. So if you know somebody who eats lettuce, just make sure to tell them, sir, you're a hero. Sir, I envy you. I can never do what you have done. And they just have like a salad in their hands and they're like, are you talking to me? And you're like, yes, I'm talking to you. I'm proud of you. I'm prouder of you than I'm more proud of you than anyone has ever been proud of any red-blooded American in their life. And they're like, why? And they're like, what, you don't know? And they're like, no, why? Is it because of the salad? And then that's when you realize most of these people, they just don't have any idea what's going on because they don't read the news. They don't know they're going to shit their pants. So then you don't scare them. You say, ignorance is bliss. And you just shake your head and you're like, enjoy your salad. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the modern American dream. Oh, shit. All right, take care, everybody.